what a day! What a lovely day!
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you're new to this channel, or you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside the show while it's live, and there's a link in the info box below the video once it's rendered. But most importantly, if you would like to join the discussion, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click the link in the info box below this video to join the discussion and express your views on the shape of the Earth. If you do join, please don't swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please don't try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcome back on the next stream. Please also share the show. Sharing the show obviously increases the live audience, but this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel. So please share the show. And one last time, if you are new to the channel or you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. Now we are joined by Ranty, Arwin and A Plain Truth. How are you all doing?
Hello, hello, hello. What?
Hello. Doing good?
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good to have you all. Turn Plain Truth up a bit.
I believe Anthony will be joining us soon.
Possibly so. We shall see. So,
Where is he? Is he up at St. Bees?
I think he might be travelling up to some bees.
Not the bees.
Not the bees. Not the bees.
I think they had a massive fire there, didn't they?
Yeah.
They set fire to the observation point. You know, halfway up the side of what's it called? Bees Head. They have an observation point. Yeah, just a minute.
Really? I just noticed the California fires.
There we go. Right, no, they have an observation point there, and it says it in like a bush shelter thing at St. Bees that from that observation point you can see whales. Well, of course, you can't, if you believe in a ball, believe that you can see whales from that observation point. So, anyway, just thought I'd mention that because it's been burned, apparently.
Oh, wow. Wouldn't it be a shock if that plaque didn't get rebuilt?
Yeah. It would be. I wonder who went up there to do it. It's probably Alkay. Alkay might have been there. He might have seen whales and thought...
Alkay's gone up just to set fire to an observation? I don't think so. Scandalous.
No, he might have seen whales and it might have stressed him out that badly that he set fire to it.
Don't take away my ball! Yeah, the Earth's flat, people. It's not a globe.
Yep.
Well, that's what we're seeing every day.
Any signs of curvature? Tim Osman put up a video claiming to show curvature. It looked pretty flat to me. Couldn't see any signs of any bulges. No x-axis curvature. Nothing to indicate any curve, actually, but thanks for the try, Tim. It's all in the title, apparently. Right, you guys.
Close enough that you can always imagine a curve.
I keep going out searching for it. Still can't find it. All I'm seeing is perspective in all of my videos, so... Afraid not. Ballers have got to come up with some evidence sooner or later, otherwise they're going to look stupid, aren't they?
Maybe.
It's on the Verrazano Bridge.
I think they're way past that stage of looking stupid, really.
Well, they believe that they spin on a spinny ball at the equator at 1,000 miles an hour, but yet if you was to stand on the North Pole, you wouldn't be spinning at all. So how can you even exist in a place like that?
What, you mean Imagination Land?
That's why they don't let you up there. That's why they don't let you up there, because you can't exist.
Any of you guys got any idea what Math Powerland's going on about when he says about removing windows from commercial airliners? Is this news to you guys?
What? I've never heard about that.
That's what he's talking about in his current live streams.
I think, like, in the background, I had, like, a conversation with Jay, aka Lewis. And I told him like, oh, he was gonna tell me that he's gonna like do some filming out of an airplane window. And I told him, okay, so are you gonna hold the camera outside of the plane? Are you gonna open the door and film through that? And he didn't get it. So maybe he was spying on our conversation there.
I did read that a woman got
Hilarious.
sucked out of a window. Maybe she was trying to do that. She was half out of the window.
Well, I hope he's not gonna try it on a commercial airliner. But maybe like a small plane, or what do you call it, like the one-person plane? They're open, so.
Well, he could
should be
always
able
go
to
on
do
top of the plane, because though biplanes, they've got like a compartment that you can stand in at the top. So on some of them that have been modified, you know, that they do the aerobatics on.
Mm-hmm.
You'd stick him in one of them, perhaps, with his P900.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, I haven't heard what is. Have you? What is this? Do you know what it's about?
I have no idea. That's why I asked you guys.
So he's on about having a plane with no windows. To do what?
Yeah, removing the view from commercial airliners so people can't see out. And I hear this stuff from Math and go, "What are you talking about? This is the first I've heard."
It's commercial airliners. No. No, he's just gonna get arrested if he's gonna try that. Silly man.
So,
Any
any
other
ballers in chat?
housekeeping? Still haven't got through that curvature, but we haven't gone through the rest. Axial rotation. Any signs of that, guys?
Wait, hold for it. No, I don't feel it.
No, can't say we do. You, Owen, are you spinning?
Oh yeah, every night. No. I am having interesting dreams though.
Do they involve a pressurized system next to a vacuum, Arwen?
I don't know. They involve I dreamt this night that I was in a future. Was kind of similar to how it's now, but everything was basically evolved far past beyond the way everything's set up right now. It was somewhat technically evolved, but it was like not a dystopic future, but a utopic future with a super advanced network or AI system that was basically in control. And it was fascinating. And I literally dreamt I was in there and I witnessed certain things and how things were kept under control. And yeah, there was no NASA, there was no news with globes on it anymore. And yeah, there was still science fiction, a lot of it. And people were still working on science fiction books, apparently, and everything, and movies. But yeah, it seemed like it was just past that. It was not an issue anymore. And there seemed to be a distinct acceptation that there was a limited amount of space in which we all resided, basically unspoken. It's fascinating. I'm kind of starting to make some notes for a book that I could write out of it. The only problem is I'd have to actually like figure out a storyline. That's not so easy.
You do mushrooms over there?
No.
Very appropriately timed.
No, I never do. I haven't smoked cannabis in over 3 months now. So, no.
You could always write about love.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I'm gonna insert some mystery factors of basically people that are uh like not subjected to the control system, to how the computers, as they call it, basically keep order and make yeah, have a set of rules for everyone to follow, besides being completely free to do whatever they like. It is very much a natural law type of setup. And I'm gonna like figure out, okay, there's gonna be some exceptions that computers don't seem to apply the rules to, but they don't have any reason to do that.
Hey,
So
Pete, is that?
yeah, I'm gonna kick him. Pete is now a troll. He's no longer a panel member.
I think PMA's the real one. Occasionally does come on, but
No,
often people use
no.
his account.
When's the last time that he didn't just start out trolling?
Oh, I mean, he still trolls. I'm not saying he's not a troll, but I'm just saying that often when you get the trolly accounts that are in PMA's name, it's not actually him.
Yeah, that happens. But anyway, I think that in my dream at least, I was partially inspired by the movie Anon that I did watch, which is kind of
Hello.
Hey, Dawn. Hey, Dawn.
a somewhat.
Oh, that was the real P Mars yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he came on and sang a song and then left. I don't know why.
Not because I kicked him.
Ah.
Oh,
Anyway.
You know,
Wait.
Arwen, you could always have the AI become the protagonist and realize
No.
that.
No, the AI, and it's not really the AI, because it is the computer, and it is fast, it is all spanning, but the thing is, humans are no longer involved in its programming, completely out of it for several decades, and nobody really knows what it does.
Is this
So
in the
it
dreams?
just keeps order, and it has a set of rules. It does a certain population control system, which I'm not gonna go into detail about.
Is this still the dream?
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
And yeah, it's not dystopic. That's the weird thing. I didn't think it up. It was like that in the
I wish
dream.
I had
So I
dreams like
witnessed it. It
I
was
wish I had a
freaking
dream.
amazing.
You
And
like fairy tales, Dawn, don't you?
what?
Dawn likes fairy tales.
No, honestly, this is cool. I wish I had a dream like this.
I have lots of dreams. And I used to have even more when I was really young.
I just run
Until
or
the
get
whole
stuck
dark
or
world
boom,
crap
something.
came rolling in, and I started smoking cannabis, and then it got all ruined. And then I didn't like dreaming anymore. But yeah, the last period now, last half year, I've been having more dreams, especially since I stopped smoking cannabis, and I'm having very, very detailed dreams, even very interesting, romantically entangled dreams. Not with panel members, don't worry about it.
I bet that's why I don't dream. I smoke too much cannabis.
Yeah, there's a direct link between this.
You're missing out, aren't you, if you don't dream?
You are. Well, it kind of depends, because it can also be distracting, because every time I get these dreams and they're really interesting, it like I focus on that dream like for half a day. It just completely takes me out of what I was into right before that.
I've
And
heard.
this time I even like woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning, like whoa, and I just started writing down.
Oh yeah, I heard if you write it down, and then also if you try and think of a dream situation before going to sleep, you can eventually get to lucid dreaming where you can control your dream.
Yeah, I've had that too.
Just takes practice. Like everyone gets it randomly every now and then, but
well, I kind of did that because after I wrote stuff down, and then I felt like, okay, I got way too early, so I went back to thinking about it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really a lucid dream, but I did kind of brainstorm about it during sleep. So it was good. I got ideas. So
I had a good dream about 7-8 months ago. I dreamt the lottery numbers, and I was sure that I was being told the lottery numbers. They came in a form of like 6 separate numbers throughout the dream. So when I woke up, I thought, I wonder if they were the lottery numbers. So I put them down, did them for about three particular draws. Didn't get anything, right? So I didn't do it. And then the week later, all 6 of them come in. No word of a lie. No
Oh,
word
right.
of a lie. It's not even funny, Alwyn. It's not even funny.
That's terrible.
I've got something funny. I had a little wobbly in Gems, and I told them on the mic that they should metaphorically burn the server down. So that happened.
I don't understand what that means, Dawn.
Well, I just said it's a bad place, and I don't like it anymore, and I think it should be burned down.
But how'd you burn down a server? Do you just mean metaphorically?
Yeah, metaphorically.
Okay.
Good to have you, Dawn.
Yes. I'm okay. I just had a little bit of a moment the last couple of days.
You realise your whole
Certainly
world's a
did.
dream.
No, it's not to do with the shape of Earth or reality. It's to do with people's attitudes in flat Earth conversation.
Tell us more. I'm interested.
Well, I call them intellectual sadists. There's like they do have friendships and they talk about science and they learn stuff from each other, but they have like 30, 40 people there just waiting for one flat Earth person to come in who's either insane or an agent or just very passionate about their new belief system. And then they grill them. And there's people that enjoy it. Debbie, Chemo, Lemonbird, Pete. They enjoy the grilling. But it doesn't make that okay for the grilling to happen. So I'm telling these people, I have my own brain problems, but if I'm recognizing all of you people have brain problems.
Grilling? You mean basically just persecuting and throwing tomatoes at them
Just
for no apparent reason and just
Yeah.
calling them idiots?
And part of it is poo-pooing.
That's
their
not what we're
idea
doing
because
here.
They don't agree. And Wikipedia says different. So there is part of like, that's why they think they're just in the grilling, because Wikipedia backs them up and they
Right.
believe it. Most of the world agrees.
Well, I would just call that bullying.
Yes, there is lots of bullying.
Because grilling is actually like, it's different. Grilling is actually getting information out of people and just showing them
Even
what
though
they're
I think
doing.
some of the people
It's
like
more
Debbie,
like it has more to do with psychoanalysis and
people have crazy ideas, some of the flat earthers, and I speak to them and
Yes.
go backwards and forwards as well. But I jump in to defend one time when bullying's going on, and suddenly I'm irrational and everyone singles me out.
that's sick.
What was the
Yes.
issue? What made you jump in? What was the issue?
It's
You
people
mean-
making sock accounts that are directed at one person and then doing something personal with the avatar or the name.
Oh, that. Oh, you mean like it's happening now?
Yes, like that. But worse, more.
Worse, really?
Well, yeah, sometimes.
You, just for the audience's benefit, presumably you're referring to Evil Ranty in the chat, right?
Or ranty. Yeah, there's an Arwen one there.
Yeah,
No,
there-
I'm referring to
there.
people in Discord, Nathan.
Where's the Arwen one? I haven't spotted that one.
There are two different ones.
Snitched wins gets snitched wins.
I mean, I know you build up a thick shell, and I have as well. Everyone has. But
A big shelf? What does that mean?
sorry, a thick shell.
A thick shell. Right.
Yeah, sorry. Maybe my mic's a bit shit.
Yeah. A troll shield. Psychological troll shield.
It's more of a badge of honor. If you get shills that are coming in and making fake accounts of you, all it is just proves that you're doing things right.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't. It proves the environment's messy. It doesn't prove anyone's right.
Well,
Yes,
it proves that
that's
they're
not
trying
helpful,
You're
to.
touching somebody.
That's YouTube.
Yeah, you're definitely
You're getting to
provoking
them.
them.
Sorry to talk through you. Right?
That's right.
No.
That's YouTube. It's their platform, their rules. If they allow it, just kind of put up or shut up. You know what I mean? If you don't like it, go and watch Twitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just love to see them try that kind of stuff face to face, you know? Like, really?
But when you say that,
you're
it's
basically
kind of-
bullying people hiding in anonymity, but
So yeah, I'm having a mental
you have the
breakdown
balls to do that face to face, you know?
because I'm pointing out problems in the environment. It's me being irrational and having a mental breakdown. I'm insane now.
Okay.
Don't disagree with the herd. What's your problem?
I know.
That's not insanity.
They say you should be bullying
That's
them. You should
critical
be
thought.
bullying them, okay? Just understand.
Yeah.
You are a bit like the Borg on the globe side, though. You know, it's...
The Borg?
Yeah, like the Borg.
What is that?
You never seen the Borg? We
Nope.
Are Borg?
I've heard of a TV show, I think, isn't it?
On Star Trek.
Oh, no, I never watched Star Trek, mate. I was a Star Wars fan.
Fair enough, me too. But I know what the Borg are, and if you don't, that's fair enough. But the Borg are like a united entity. So it's lots of individuals, but they're all kind of plugged into one, so they all act as one. And you guys
Over
on
the whole
both sides.
universe, or
Individuals,
one planet.
They just assimilate organic hosts, extract information of those hosts, and then they become part of the collective, which is a unified artificial mind.
Alan.
Basically. That's what the Borg is.
Resistance is futile.
You got
It
it.
will be assimilated.
Yeah.
Hey, Nathan, I hear you've been buying dislikes.
I think he's been getting them for free, really.
Yeah, the cash is only ever going to flow one way. Be sure to watch the ads, hit the super chat, donate to me on PayPal or whatever it is.
That's it. Turn your ad block off whenever you're watching his videos.
Yeah,
Turn your ad
the
block
cash
off,
is
listen
never
to
going to
the-
go that way,
the
Alan.
advert.
It's a one-way street in that regard for me.
Yeah, you don't have to hit the super chat. You just turn your ad block off.
Get me on the t-shirt, I might buy one.
No, I appreciate the viewer engagement. You know, if you hate the show, hit the dislike button. It's perfectly reasonable, as long as you're engaging. Maybe leave a comment. Wonderful.
We had an interesting observation yesterday that you put a video out about it.
What, the
Nathan?
one that you made that I just voiced over?
Yeah, that one.
Right, yeah.
Well, I didn't really make it.
Yeah, you did. That was your stuff. It's your material. You were like, yeah, can you voice it over for me? I was like, yeah, if you like.
So essentially what you were showing was that those waves were actually the lighthouse in the background would have been what they would have been covering and uncovering.
Right.
What up, Jeeves?
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Hiya, folks.
Nice video yesterday, Mark.
Thank you, my good man. I enjoyed making it.
Yeah.
I guess we could disagree about perspective and curvature while I'm here.
Disagree about perspective and curvature.
That does seem futile, though.
Well, Mark, you've grown like 40 subscribers or something.
It's great, isn't it? There's a few hostile ones, though.
Well, you get The thing is, that's the thing. Once you put a video out that gets mirrored somewhere, you get all their trolls.
Yeah.
So all of Nathan's trolls have probably all subscribed to you. Probably there's a Flat Earther in chat that's probably subscribed on a few of his different sock accounts.
You say trolls.
Yeah,
I say
it's part of the Flat Earth
viewers.
initiation.
Valued viewers, not trolls. Valued viewers.
Okay. Think about the money, Nathan. Yeah, that's right. I call them trolls.
They are trolls. They just want an argument. That's all they want.
What is the video about then? What are they saying?
I put up a video on my own work of photographs of various stretches of water. Well, no, it's the same water. It's the Belfast Loch. It's about 12 miles long and about 6 miles wide. Put various photographs, as well as catching the Isle of Man and I believe Cumbria as well in the Lake District from Belfast Loch.
Right.
My argument is that it's observably flat, rather than getting involved in any of the other peripheries of the flat Earth debate. Is it observably flat? And if so, well then, what else? How else can you draw a conclusion?
Can we have a look? No. Or...
Don't you know, Mark? You've got to look up to know what's under your feet. Don't you know that? That's like when you go out walking, you're putting a blindfold on because you're always looking up. You haven't a clue where you're going.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Somebody says you can't trust your eyes. Everything's an optical illusion. How do you get through life if you think there's so many optical illusions around you? Dawn, it's 10 minutes long. I'll put the link in the group chat. Okay.
Okay. What is in the footage that makes you think it's observably flat?
Well, how do people conclude that the Earth is a ball? Because you can't see curvature anywhere around you.
Well, you can go really high and see it left to right, can't you? Or you can see things go over it in the distance.
Really?
Well, the highest I've ever been is in an aircraft flying to the Far East.
Dawn, where's your evidence of left to right curve? You just said that on the x-axis you can see it.
On a balloon.
Could you show me some footage or evidence of that?
Yeah, it only works with the fisheye.
I'm not the best one to search for that. I'll probably find a fisheye one. But...
So it was just fallacious then?
No, they have it in the Discord nearly every day.
No, you just threw it out there and you got.
No, I didn't throw it out there. I've seen it online.
Mark was just explaining about his observation, and you just threw out that you can see x-axis.
No, he asked me a question.
No, he was talking about his own stuff.
And then he asked me a question about how I'm going to prove a globe.
Well, you don't have any proof, do you?
Well, Don, in the last 3 years, I've seen at least 100+ balloon footages, different types of balloon footages through YouTube, through the flat earthers that have brought them in from all over the place. And I've never seen x-axis curvature ever without a fisheye lens being involved, ever.
Okay.
And Mark, even if it was with the fisheye lens, you could see, because like the balloon is usually not very stable, so it would shake a bit.
You're all right with
then
balloon
always
footage,
the curve would bend the other way around, turning it into a hollow Earth. So yeah,
so Mark,
there is no stable.
Do you believe in balloons but not spacecraft?
Hang on, guys. I think we're drifting from the.
Yeah, but balloons you can actually trace. It's like one shot from it leaving the ground up until high up, and then it falls down. It's like one shot. I've never seen that with any spacecraft.
Okay.
Well, hang on. Well, guys, hang on. Wait a minute. We're sort of like hijacking Mark here. We're hijacking Mark because he was talking about his observation. Can we talk about?
Yeah, you're right. I asked him a question first. You know, what shows that it's flat? But he straight away asked me a question back.
Okay. Well, forgive me for doing that. It wasn't my intention to obscure anything. Let me get a picture here for you so you can have a look at it.
I'm willing to just give you that balloons and spacecraft don't show curvature. I'm not bothered anymore, really.
Sure. Post them in the side chat.
Dawn, can you see that picture, Dawn?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Belfast Lock. And we've got an oil pipeline going across the image there, and you can see a chimney on the right-hand side. That's the main power station for the whole of Northern Ireland. Now, if I start to go into that picture, keep going in and going in. I don't know whether you're familiar with Belfast, but you can actually see the industrial heartland of Belfast there, and just in the middle there, you've got the two cranes of Harland and Wolff.
Right.
The big lap, and I'm looking at them from, it's about 12 miles away, and I'm 4 foot off the surface of the water. And I'm entitling that picture, "The Earth is Observably Flat."
Mm.
Now, if anybody wants to debunk that, that's great. Let's have a talk about it.
Well, I'm happy to say it's flat over 12 miles, and you can see them. I can't see right to the bottom, and there is.
What about Soundly with his flatness then?
Hold on. You're happy to say it's flat over 12 miles? It's not flat anywhere if you're on a sphere, Dawn.
Well, I'm happy to give you it.
What, that it's flat?
On that bit, yeah.
What do you mean on that bit?
That's fine. That's great. At what point does
somebody got a flat spot, apparently?
Why not at this point?
At what point does somebody say, "Oh yeah, there's definitely a curve there"? I mean, we're looking 12 miles. That oil pipeline is a mile long, going from left to right. So on the x-axis on this picture, it's dead level, and on the z-axis, it's dead level as well. So at what point, where do we have to go, Dawn, to get an undeniable curve?
Maybe you have to try go to space. If you're not happy with obstruction and balloons are out, I don't know what to say to you.
It's a good answer. day one of Flat Earth for me. That was what me and my wife discussed on the very first hangout we ever did ever. And I was like, well, there's only one conclusive way. Gotta go to space. Simple as that. And you're right.
Right.
Well, yeah. Until you realise that you can't get to space and that everything you look around you is flat as a pancake. Hey, Ellen. How you doing?
Hello.
Brenda?
Hello.
Hello, Brenda.
Long time no see.
Have you brought proof of our Brenda?
So have you guys figured out the Earth is a ball yet?
We're trying. We're trying to find that
You're
curve.
trying.
We're trying to find the curve. I go out every day looking for it. I never find it.
Obstruction's not good enough, Brenda. Obstruction's not good enough. Balloon footage is not good enough. Space is not good enough.
Nothing's ever good enough. That's
So
weird.
how are we gonna show these guys?
Huh? Oh, you can't. You can't. Because it's a religion.
Real.
Because it's a religion.
Can't you even try? Can't you even try, Brenda?
Well, we
It's a
have, haven't
religion.
we? We have.
Yeah, but you need to bring up stuff that's credible.
Where's that link, Don?
Well, nothing's ever credible for you.
Well, it depends.
Nothing ever satisfies you. There isn't anything anyone could ever show you that would prove to you that you're wrong, is there?
I don't know. Try. Bring your best evidence.
Well,
Show me now.
What would you need to do?
Show me your best
scientific evidence of the R
Why-
value.
Have
used.
footage with consistently falling
Hi, Jazz.
temperature that is cumulative
Hold on,
and
Aaron.
not in a
Hey,
straight
Jazz,
line
can
after
you
the
hear us?
slant.
What would it take? What would it take, and what would need to be proven for you to accept that your theory is wrong?
I don't have a theory. It's obviously
Yes,
flat.
you
That's
do.
not a theory.
Sure
That's
you
an
do.
observation. It's obviously
Yeah,
and
you do.
observably flat. That's not a theory. However, you
Yes,
guys
it
claim
is.
to have... Oh, I'm not allowed to answer, eh? You guys claim to have science backing you. So we would like scientific evidence of the R value used in all of your equations.
You have a theory. Your theory is that the Earth is flat.
Sorry, you just asked me what I would require, and I've told you. Scientific evidence
What
of the
was
R
that?
value.
But you don't know what science is, Nathan. You're an idiot.
You lay it on the table, and we'll have a little look at it.
But you don't know what science is. You
We'll
wouldn't
assess
know what
that when you
scientific
provide
evidence
something.
is.
Well, let's have a look at what you've got, and we'll assess whether or not it's science.
But what
together.
would it take?
We can all do that together, like one big happy family. We can assess your scientific
what-
evidence.
What evidence would you need to convince you that not to lower your confidence? Let's say it's not convinced that the Earth
Sorry,
is
why
round.
are you paraphrasing the
but
exact
to
same question? Did you not hear me
Yes, I am.
answer you?
Yeah.
I'm reducing the need. What evidence would it take for you to lower your confidence?
It's the same
All right, let me
question.
jump.
Scientific evidence of the R value. I've just said it like 2 or 3 times. What's the problem here? Are you deaf?
One rung down the ladder back to the globe. What would it?
Brenda, are you actually asking Nathan what would it take to defeat you? Are you really that pathetic
No,
that
no,
you
I'm
think
not
that
asking-
would work?
I'm not asking
It's
that.
really pathetic.
I'm not
Yeah,
asking.
what would it take for you to?
Let me just
To
jump
be
in. Just
convinced.
No,
a second
I
question.
just.
How
I'm just
about
asking
some
what
actual
would-
visuals that are not manipulated that actually confirm to the official required specific curvature?
So I'm
Let's-
asking what would
Brent.
it take to lower your confidence from 100% to say 80%?
Scientific
Brenda.
evidence.
Brenda.
How many times have I got to say it? We're told continually that you are backed by science. The whole body of science. So
Yeah,
bring
yeah,
some
we are.
science. That's what
Yeah,
I've
we
said
are.
now 4 times.
Okay,
Just
so
hold
Brenda,
on.
just-
Hold on. Brenda, repeat back to me what I've answered you with. You asked a very direct question and I've given you a direct answer 4 times. So can you repeat it back to me, please?
You want scientific evidence?
Of what? You're deaf.
I don't know.
You said it 4 times. You ignorant idiot. Right? Open your ears.
Scientific
Sci-
evidence of what?
Yeah, I'm asking
What
you
kind
because
of-
I've said
what
it
kind?
4 times
It
and you're
begins
clearly
with R.
ignorant, deaf, or can't keep your mouth shut long enough to listen to a question. Yeah?
Scientific evidence of R?
Right! Finally.
What's
why
R?
why the
What is
upward
R?
inflection? Ah? Yes,
Radius.
R.
What's R?
Radius.
The radius
Brenda.
of Earth, the value used in your spherical equation.
Well, just how about just any kind of curvature, right?
Sorry, repeat it back in full. The full thing I'm asking.
You want scientific evidence of R.
Right. Have you got that?
Yeah, plenty of it. Sure.
Excellent. Let's have a little look.
I don't even know what it is.
Hold on. Yes, she's answered in the affirmative. Let's have a little look.
Bit favored today, aren't we?
So what would it take to lower
this is
your
the same
confidence?
paraphrasing of the same question. I don't want to hear it. I've told you. Now give it me.
Brenda, stop asking the question.
You've got your
best
answer.
proof
Give
of
it
the
me.
Radius? Just give us your best. Just
Best
give it to
proof
us.
of the radius?
Yeah.
Why the upward inflection? Why is it being paraphrased back like it's a question? Do you not understand?
I don't even know why we're still keeping her here. She doesn't know anything. We had to actually explain what R means, and then she immediately claims that she has scientific evidence for it, while a few seconds ago she didn't even know
Here's
what it
evidence.
was.
Here's evidence.
You're a lunatic.
I'm sharing my screen.
Yep, here we go.
Sorry.
This is evidence.
Clearly, you don't understand science because you are a retard.
This is evidence.
Sorry, do you not understand the sentence? Not evidence.
This is evidence.
Did you genuinely not hear me? Are you just retarded? Did you exclude a word from my sentence because you are thick?
I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah, I can see your dumbass screen with a picture of something from space. Do you understand what scientific means?
Do you know when this picture was taken?
Don't stutter, answer my question. That's not
picture was taken
scientific
in
evidence.
1968.
You retard.
This picture was taken
Listen,
in 1968.
you clearly don't talk over me. Shut your mouth.
Let's calm
You
down,
clearly
man.
don't talk over me, dumbass. You don't understand what the word specifically scientific means. Otherwise, you wouldn't be presenting
I
me
do.
with what I will now show the audience. This is not scientific anything.
Sure it is.
That picture was
Sorry,
not taken
what
in
science?
1960.
Define
That's a
science
complete
for me.
lie.
There was this 1968. They didn't have
Define
computers.
science.
That could do this.
Define what
Brenda.
science means.
They didn't have computers that could do this in
I
1968.
don't want to hear about this
And they
bullshit.
didn't.
I asked specifically for scientific
1968.
evidence. Hold
No,
on.
it's not.
Shh.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Shut your mouth and
Prove
listen.
it.
I've told you I want scientific evidence. A very
This is-
specific
this is-
variety
this
of
is
evidence.
scientific evidence.
Stop
They don't-
talking.
they don't like it.
Stop talking. I've asked for something specific. This is not it. If you don't understand why it's
Well,
not
what-
it, don't
this is
talk.
specific.
Listen. Shut up. If you don't understand, if you do not understand why it is not scientific evidence, I will explain.
Tell me why. Tell me why it's not scientific.
Because it's not a hypothesis expression. It's not an experiment. It's not an observation of a phenomenon. It has nothing
Yes, it is.
to do with
An
science.
observation. You
Tell
can
me
see
what the independent variable is in the
observation is not
hypothesis for this science.
This is scientific
Shut your
evidence.
mouth,
It's
you stupid
observation.
idiot.
There
You
isn't even
stupid
any
retard.
land
Shut your
mass
mouth. You don't know what
in
science
the
is.
CGI below. There's no.
It's not CGI. They didn't have computers in 1968.
Yeah,
that could
because
do-
it's not
Okay,
taken from
well,
that.
hang on, slow down.
This
Yeah.
falls into the
How can you be
category.
so
Let me just
stupid?
tell what
Guys,
Brenda what
guys,
this
That
is.
they
If-
had that kind of
Hold on, Arwin.
photography
Hold on, Arwin.
quality in '68. This is
Arwin.
Of course they had
obviously
that
a
kind of
picture
quality. They had
taken
good
much
cameras
later
back
and then
then. What are you
falsely
talking
claiming it
about?
was a '68. It's ridiculous.
What are you talking about? They had good cameras back then. Of course
This is
they did.
technology.
They just didn't
This
use
is
them.
not science. This is technology. If this was real at all, it would
This is-
fall under the.
Okay,
Shut up.
how can
it would
we
shut
verify
up. It would fall under the category of technology, not science.
This is evidence.
It's
This is-
not
this-
scientific evidence, you absolute buffoon. This is not science.
You don't know what science is, Nathan.
You don't know what science is, otherwise you wouldn't be putting a picture of something technological on the screen, you retard.
Photographs are evidence.
They are not scientific
Photographic
evidence. You
evidence
keep
is admissible in
excluding one
court,
of the words
and
I have
it's-
used,
and it's
retard.
admissible in
Shut up and
scientific
listen.
findings.
You have excluded one of the words I used when you asked specifically what I would need to move me from 100% to some other percentage of certainty
Yeah.
about something that
Yeah.
I do not claim using the word science behind it. This is not science. If it was real,
it is.
it would be classed as technology. I asked for scientific evidence, but you
Well,
clearly do
technology
not
is evidence.
understand what science is.
You don't know what science is.
Yeah,
Nathan.
you keep affirming that I don't know what science is, yet you've just put a piece of technology on the screen, confirming to everybody, everywhere,
What's
that
wrong
you
with
don't know what
photographic
science is, and
evidence
you
is
think
admissible
technology
in
is
court,
science.
and it's
Technology
admissible
is
as
not
scientific
science,
evidence.
and now you can't shut your mouth.
Can we try a different test? a different track, right? How can we verify that image? How could we, me, you, your next door neighbor, someone else down the road, your employer, your best friend, how could any of us verify that or replicate that image?
Why do you need to replicate it?
Well, no, because this is how we would go about verifying the image. Because when we're asking for proof, we're asking for proof that anybody can go and do the same sort of thing.
Well,
you're asking us to believe that the only... You're asking us to...
Just let me correct this.
Ridiculous. There was no photography quality like this in 68.
Sure there was. Of course
there wasn't.
Right, you're wrong.
Have you ever seen the actual photographs that were taken during that time? You're a complete moron.
Like color photography. What are you talking about?
There wasn't quality of that resolution.
Okay, well hang on then.
Have you seen the moon landing photographs?
Yeah, I was just
nothing like that. This is
people had
total CGI fabrication. This was later inserted.
No, it wasn't.
Ridiculous.
It is after the fact. Definitely after the fact, that photograph.
Very good photographs back then.
Right, but how could we... Right, so let's just assume that this image is real for 1 second. How could we replicate that? How could we verify what we have just been shown?
So are you gonna are you saying, Rante, that the only evidence you will accept is one that you
verifiable?
No, he's asking how we'd verify it. How would we
Can I
replicate
talk to Alan
it?
here? Can I talk
He's
to Alan?
specifically
Alan, you've been
asking-
doing photography for some time, haven't you?
That's right, yes.
What was the best transparency films in the 1960s?
Oh, that's going back some.
It would be Kodachrome or Ektachrome, wouldn't it?
Yes, probably.
And you'd be able to identify a picture if it's taken with Kodachrome or Ektachrome. That picture is not taken with any film from the 1960s.
Oh, we know exactly what camera was used and what film was used. What film was used.
You've probably been told a lie, and then you were retarded enough.
Scientific evidence. Nathan's got it on screen now.
This is nonsense. Total nonsense. If I start showing you pictures of Godzilla, it doesn't prove that Godzilla's real. If I start telling you that I can prove it purely based on the fact that I know what camera's been used, it's just a nonsense. Is that really, P?
What Nathan is showing right now is curvature.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Objects getting smaller into the distance.
That's no, the bottoms are disappearing.
They're not getting smaller into the distance. They're half gone from the bottom.
Yeah. They've reduced in angular size beyond the vanishing point.
Where's that sun going, and why is it not shaped smaller?
Don't know what it is. No idea what the sun is, neither do you.
That's curvature.
That's fancy that again.
If you want to believe it's curvature, that's fine.
Beautiful.
That's objects being obstructed by the curvature of the Earth.
Sun's half gone.
No,
and
a
right.
curvature.
Sun's half gone right next to it.
Things would drop a lot faster. They don't. It's a slant.
Hold on, guys. Can I just say hello to one of you guests?
Hold
on.
Slanted back.
Hold on. Say hello to one of you guests.
And there from on a straight line of sight
Arwin.
into far distance. And the smaller the objects are, they should not be visible at all. Not even the slightest.
Dawn and Arwin, can you just stop talking for a second, please? Dawn, Arwin. Hello, Woz. How you doing? Can you say hello?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Good. Thank you for being here. Nice to
you
have you.
happy? Having a good day?
Yeah, not bad.
A great day was.
So
I think I've got you loogie, mate.
Was here to dispute or to support flat Earth?
I don't think it's flat. I don't think flat works.
Yeah, that's true.
There's too many things.
Their theory
doesn't have to work.
Flat Earth theory and the flat Earth model doesn't work.
There is no model.
Yeah, it is.
No, there is no model. There is just
Models
flat.
are pseudoscience.
That's why I don't think it works, Alan.
Straight line of sight into the far distance at minimal observer height. No curvature, no cumulative drop.
That's
flat.
a model. That's a model, Arwin.
No,
What
it's
you
not a
just said,
model.
yes,
it's
it
an
is.
observation that it is flat. Long
that's
distance.
what doesn't work,
outside
Alan.
of minimal observer height, you lobotomized idiot. Chemically lobotomized
model is.
buffoon.
A model is a description.
That's an
A model is a
No, you're a
description.
cow.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
that
I've got a
Chemically
model.
lobotomized cow.
Okay, hold on.
You don't even know what science is.
Stop, hold on.
You don't
Stop,
even know
stop,
what
stop,
power
stop.
is, and
Right
a
there.
second
Arwin,
later,
stop,
you
stop,
actually
stop.
claim you have scientific
Arwin.
evidence for it.
Arwin! Right, okay, let's see your model then.
So are we to assume that
Right
there is
there.
no R?
Let's see
There's
your model,
curvature
Brenda.
on
We've got no
screen
proof of R.
shared by Nathan right now.
Let's see the model. Brenda.
That is called
Ranty, why are you doing this? I'm trying to get a point across. There's like 10 people on the panel. We've had an assertion from Brenda that she's got a model. Let's have a look.
Should I? I'll look at for a video
Earth.
model.
You know what the model is? It's the
Show
Earth.
me.
The Earth is a sphere.
That's not a model. That's a sentence from a
words.
retard's
Yeah,
mouth.
it is.
Show it me.
Meaning of words. I know it's very difficult for
Show
you since you're
me.
Lobotomized, chemically lobotomized cow. Maybe you should go back to grade
Pop
school.
your screen up. Ellen's now displaying. So let's see the model.
I've got one. Hang on, let me move my window. I'll mute it. This guy built it in the desert. Model of the solar system with all lights and stuff.
Very pretty.
Sorry, was that your model?
This is my model, yeah.
No. I'm talking to Brenda. Where's the model?
Well, Don is talking. So
I'm asking
I
you. You asserted you've got a model, right? And you told us that the pictures that we showed demonstrated curvature. So let's figure that out with your model. Let's have a look at it.
Right here.
Well, I've had your screen up and I've not seen a thing. I've seen a picture of some painting of some sphere thing.
There's the model.
And is that gonna, okay, how do we use this model to calculate how much obstruction we should have seen in those pictures of wind turbines? That's just a photograph of something, alleged photograph.
Right.
Well, that's not a model, is it? What use is this model?
It's a visual.
This isn't a model.
Well,
do you understand what a model is?
Yeah, the
Right.
model.
Well, that's not it, is it? Is that it? Is that your model? How is that going to establish how much obstruction there was in the wind turbines? What are you talking about? That's not a useful model, is it? In fact, it's not a model at all. Are you an idiot?
Photographs have been verified.
Are you an idiot? That's not a model. Show me the model. Let's figure out this obstruction you've asserted in those pictures.
It's a mathematical equation that on the curvature of the Earth.
So let's see that.
Every time you go to
let's
the
see that.
curvature
So let's see
calculator
that.
on GitHub.
So let's see GitHub. Let's see
model.
that then. Let's see. Bring up GitHub if that's what you're
just
claiming is a
go
model.
to the curvature calculator on GitHub.
So bring it up. Let's have a look at it.
So you have something that presumes R, essentially, and put some figures in.
No, that's the model. You asked what the model is.
No, it's modeling a round ball.
Yeah, that's the model.
Yeah, we're going to get there.
That's it.
I asked originally, Ranty, for pretty much where you're taking this now, but yeah, originally I asked you for scientific evidence of the R value, and you're about to take us to GitHub, which is based on R. So we'll get back to my original question, which is where's the scientific evidence for it?
Oh, the scientific evidence? Well,
yeah.
There's all kinds of it. You're showing it on your screen.
Sorry, this is not science, you absolute idiot. Science is a method that establishes a cause and effect. This is just a photograph of something, you dumbass.
It's a photograph of...
I'm not talking to you, Dawn. Shut up.
Science
Do you understand, Brenda?
Just,
you have asserted to me and my audience on several occasions, shut up and listen. Shut up! You've asserted that I don't understand science, and on about shut up! On about 5 separate occasions, you have admirably demonstrated that you don't understand science. And we're back to my original point. You're saying go to GitHub, and GitHub is based on R. The original thing that I asked you to provide scientific evidence for. Now you're saying this photo on screen scientific. No. Science establishes cause and effect. So, where's your scientific evidence for the R value used in the GitHub model you think represents Earth?
Well, the GitHub, the model...
You stuttering idiot. Yeah, that's why I asked you when you carefully and... You thought you were being smart when you came in and said, what's going to shape your opinion? And I told you 4 times. And you had an upward inflection. You say? Why would I need to provide evidence of R? Right, idiot? Yeah, well, R is the basis of this GitHub calculation that you're now taking us to.
That's the lower part of the sun being obstructed.
Shut up, you stupid idiot, asking me about the sun. I'm asking you where your scientific evidence is. You will not distract and ask some stupid, retarded question about the sun. You will tell me where the scientific evidence for the model that you have just taken us to, or would have done, had I have got there.
Oh, it's nearly all gone on this one.
Right in front of
Shut
you.
up, Dawn.
Right
Where's your scientific evidence? This is not science.
He's
this is
asking
just a
for
photograph,
evidence, not a
you
model.
idiot. Clearly, you don't understand what science is, do you,
hasn't
you
the
idiot?
slightest clue what science is. He doesn't
Clearly,
know what it is.
you don't understand science, you idiot.
You don't know what science is.
Yeah, you can assert it over and over again, but when you tell my audience that a photograph is science, it demonstrates just how retarded you actually are. And that's precisely what you are, retarded.
The tippy top of the sun is there's more evidence. Look at that.
So that's scientific evidence, is it, you retard? Is that scientific evidence?
They're gradually obstructed till they're more than half
Dawn.
gone.
Shut up, Dawn, while I humiliate Brenda. Dawn, shut up. Dawn, shut your mouth. Dawn, shut up.
From the bottom.
Dawn, shut up and let me humiliate Brenda.
No, sorry.
Please do. I love being humiliated by you.
Good.
You're a masochist, we know.
If this is scientific evidence, you explain the hypothesis.
Nothing, Nathan, man.
Shut up, Dawn, or I'll kick you out. If you interrupt me again, Dawn, I'm going to kick you out. Shut up and let me humiliate this retard.
You told.
Right. Do you understand that this is not science?
You asked for evidence. This
scientific evidence. Your hearing letting you down again.
What's on this? What you're sharing?
Don't stutter. Repeat back to me the two specific words I used, which were scientific evidence.
It is.
Sorry, repeat the words back to me. Don't affirm anything. Repeat them.
What?
Scientific evidence.
Scientific evidence is...
You can't even say it without stuttering, you absolute retard. Yes, scientific evidence is what I've asked for and what you originally asked. It was the answer to your question. What will change my view? Scientific evidence of the R value. So, this is not science.
Sure it is.
Explain to me what the hypothesis for this science is, please.
That objects would be obstructed by the curvature of the Earth.
That's not a hypothesis. A hypothesis establishes your independent and dependent variable.
Nathan?
Sorry, don't condescend to me with my own name, you absolute buffoon. I will humiliate you here while you spout nonsense after telling my audience that I don't understand science. You are a retard. You are a retard, and I will educate you here.
I know I am.
A hypothesis is the establishment of what you will go forward and experiment with. Yeah? It is the expression of your experiment. It establishes an independent and a dependent variable. So, do you understand?
You don't understand anything. The hypothesis is that as objects recede in the distance, they would become more and more obstructed. But
that's not a hypothesis. I'll say it again because you are clearly I haven't got the words for how stupid you actually are. A hypothesis establishes your independent and dependent variable. That is what a hypothesis does.
Well, the independent variable is the distance of an object from your eye.
Sorry.
Right.
First, we have to establish what the observed phenomena is before we start formulating hypotheses.
The observed phenomenon is obstruction.
Sorry. Obstruction. That's a concrete noun. That's a concrete noun. You complete idiot. A phenomena is something happening. You complete idiot.
You asked for...
I asked for your hypothesis. You formulate garbage, and then we get to what you're actually observing happening, and we find out that you provide a concrete noun because you are a retard.
I'm using the slideshow that you're screen sharing right
and
now.
as I have asserted on multiple occasions, that is not science. How many times? Do you want me to go through what I said when you entered the show, but you clearly were too stupid to even listen to?
So that doesn't help Malta then, does it?
Actually makes it worse.
Fascinating.
We don't even have the money to pay for
I know. What's this background noise?
We could do that, couldn't we?
Nice, but it's not worth it.
We still don't repay any.
It's Mark Doxy. Mark.
What's going on? Brenda, why aren't you replying to me?
Somebody else was talking.
That was Mark in the
Right.
background.
Do you understand that you need to observe something actually happening? Not a concrete noun, not a tree. Obstruction is not a phenomenon. Do you understand?
Right now is the
That's not something happening, is it?
Curvature. See, this is proof of curvature.
Shut up! I'm trying to get an establishment of what your actual observed phenomena is, and you can't even get to the first
observed
step.
phenomenon would be obstruction.
That's not a phenomenon.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my
Yes,
God!
it is.
You are literally stupid. Something being obstructed by something else is not a phenomena.
Yes, it is, Nathan, man.
No, it is
Of course
not.
It is. Of course
No, it is not. Yeah, it's not. A wall being in the way of something is not a phenomena.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Of course it is. What are you talking about?
I'm dealing with complete retards. Something actually
only just
happening,
figured
an
that out.
occurrence, that's a phenomena, not something that is static. That's a concrete noun.
What are you talking about, Nathan?
Oh, you're just too dumb to understand, aren't you? We haven't even got to step 1 in the scientific method. This is the person that's asserted I don't understand science. She can't even understand what a phenomenon is.
How dumb
It's unbelievable.
That's what you get when you repeat John Stunger and you don't
It's
understand
the scientific method. What are you talking about?
understand
Step 1, observe a phenomena. That's it. That's
the
not John.
phenomenon
That's the
that's observed
scientific
is
method.
obstruction.
Did you study
Brenda,
science?
Brenda, put that into a statement. Put the obstruction that you're observing into a concrete statement. Just state.
Oh, okay.
Has anyone studied science here?
That objects, as they recede in the distance from the observer, will be obstructed by the curvature of the Earth.
So what's your independent variable then? Fine, let's play it like you've got an
The
observed
independent
phenomena.
variable would be the distance of the object from the observer.
Do you know what an independent variable is?
Yes.
What is it?
It's a quantity that varies in the experiment.
Yeah, and what specifically is
Yes.
it?
And
What is it, though?
the variation would be the distance of the
And what-
object from the observer.
What specifically is it?
Distance.
No. What is an independent variable?
It's something that varies.
Right. But why would you be varying? What is it? You're going around in circles. It seems like you don't understand what an independent variable actually is.
No, well, you tell me then.
It's the cause. You absolute idiot. That's what it is. The cause.
The cause of the obstruction would be the curvature of the Earth.
Oh, well, your independent variable is the distance, you complete retard.
Yes, the independent variable is the distance.
Right, so that would be your cause. Hello?
The curvature.
No, independent variable is the cause when you're doing science, idiot. Tell me again that I don't understand science while I school you.
Go ahead and school me, please.
I am schooling you, you dumbass.
Go for it. Go for it.
I've already done it.
The
Yeah,
cause
you didn't get past
of
step
obstruction-
1 in the scientific method before you demonstrated to my audience what a complete retard you really are.
The cause of obstruction is the curvature of the Earth. The independent variable is the distance
so your
of the
independent
object
variable
from
is the
the
curve.
observer.
So your independent variable, the
as the
cause, the
quantity-
independent variable
as
is the
that
curve of
quantity-
the Earth. Is it? So the independent variable, the cause, now you've figured out that the cause is
No,
the independent variable.
variable
That's
is not
Earth
the
curve,
cause.
is it?
Cause is the curvature.
So how are you
So-
going to vary the curve?
No, the curvature doesn't vary.
Oh, well, then it's not a variable then. You've just taken a very long time explaining to me how you vary a variable. Sorry, you don't seem to understand science, dickhead.
Nathan, curvature is a constant.
Yeah, you don't understand science.
I understand. No, I know.
No, I've
The
just
constant
schooled you
is
and
the
demonstrated to
curvature
my
of the Earth.
audience
The
what a complete
variable is the
buffoon you
distance
are.
of the object
It took
from
me
the-
3
from the
attempts of
observer.
asking you what
Is
the
your wife
independent
there with
variable
you?
was before you understood that it was the cause. Now you're telling me the cause is Earth curve, even after your detailed and repetitive explanation that you
I think
vary
it
an
might be a
independent
bit
variable.
distressed.
How
Don't shut the hell up.
How big a buffoon do you look? You don't understand science, you idiot.
The
Don't keep
constant-
repeating the same thing, you idiot.
The constant is the curvature. The independent variable is the distance of the object from the observer.
Well, that's the cause then. That's the cause in your cause and effect relationship. You're saying the curve's constant, so you presuppose the curve with an R value. The same R value I asked you for when you entered.
Wait a minute, that's what she's just done. She's just said that the cause of it is R.
Right,
yes.
I get it. That's why I asked her for R when she came in. We've come full circle with this retard that doesn't understand science. And we're back to my original question that I asked you. When you came in and originally asked what would move me from my position, scientific evidence of R, you dumbass.
Nathan,
did you hear me? Repeat back to me what I asked for. Repeat back to me. Repeat back to me what I've asked for.
Scientific evidence of R.
Have you got that?
Well, you don't accept any.
Don't stutter. Just tell me whether or not you've got it.
Do you have what evidence would you?
Don't stutter. Tell me what scientific evidence for R you have.
The slideshow that you.
That's not scientific evidence. Do we have to go through this little circle jerk with you, you buffoon, again, while I explain that this isn't science? Did you not listen the second time I explained it to you, you complete retard? Are you deaf as well as stupid?
Evidence isn't science. Evidence is just a piece of the process.
Scientific evidence is scientific evidence. That's why I specifically said scientific evidence.
What's the difference between evidence and scientific?
Yes, I realise there's a difference between evidence and scientific evidence, and I didn't ask for evidence, did I? Yeah? Open your ears. Yeah? Something wrong with you? On some sort of tablets that are causing you to have hearing problems?
That's more
what is the evidence?
What is the scientific evidence for the R value? The thing I asked you when you came in, and you had asked me what would change my opinion.
It's not her responsibility to provide all the scientific evidence for R.
Really? And yet the whole body of science is behind this bullshit, Dawn. That's surprising. It's not your responsibility to provide any scientific evidence, in spite of the fact that it is asserted that science is behind you. That seems weird.
You know how much science goes into R?
Well, I don't know, mate. You're the one who asserts science is behind you, not me.
Don't you always quote the 500 years thing? Don't you always quote
2,000 years, get it right.
2 sticks. 2 sticks is the limit of your R.
Well, we can do better than
well
2
done,
sticks,
Brenda.
but 2 sticks are good.
Look, I'm just saying, prove R is
well
silly
done,
for
Brenda,
us
for
YouTubers.
humiliating yourself. I really enjoyed making you look like
Nathan,
the
you
dumbest
made an
person on the panel,
absolute
especially after you asserted on multiple occasions that I don't understand science. That really, really was very amusing. Thank you. I really appreciate you being on the panel. And with that, I'll say first and foremost a huge, massive, enormous thank you to all of the debating panel for making this debate possible. And of course, a massive thank you to all of the live audience for tuning in and hopefully for sharing this debate. If you hated the show, you know what to do. Hit that dislike button. But if you like the show, maybe consider sharing it with a friend or subscribing if you have not done so already. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I will see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!